Hi, you are watching Economic Stability Forum channel, and today our topic is on scarcity and choice. So we discuss it in detail that what is scarcity and what is choice, and also we discuss what are the types of resources. So let's go. In our economy, there is a lot of issues in microeconomics and also in microeconomics. In the last previous lecture, we also studied that what is microeconomics. So this is the first topic that deal in microeconomics, that is scarcity and choice. In most of the textbooks that you can study it in different of different authors. So let's go scarcity. What is scarcity? This is the main actually the problem in economics, that scarcity means there are limited resources in our economy. At individual level, let's see that at micro level and also at macro level, we face in our economy is the scarcity always existing in our economies, because at individual level, when I say that I have income of 30,000 rupees, or let's say $10,000. So if I have income, for example, I have income of $10,000. Let's say that I have income $10,000 per month. Okay, it means I have some of limited amount of my income, and it might be possible that I have more than expenses, more than this amount. So I have a lot of wants. I have there are ways wants are increasing and increasing day by day of man. So there are always the case that you have some limited income, and so this is your limited income. It means you have limited resources, but your wants that also needs, necessities, and some of your comforts or luxuries are always unlimited. So this is the case with every individuals and also with the economy. Just like at macro level, when government, now when we talk about government, when government collect his money from taxes, so government might obtain $100,000 billion some by taxes or by fee and different sources of income that accumulate $100,000 billion. But government expenses are very high. So at macro level, we can also say that at macro level there is also the problem of scarcity. And what is scarcity? That is what? Limited resources. We have in our economy always face the problem of scarcity, and scarcity is what? That is what means we have limited resources. Okay, now go to the other point, that human wants are unlimited. We also say that human wants are unlimited, like an individual wants to a better food, like an individual wants to better clothing, like an individual wants to a better house. So there are a lot of other wants also exist for an individual or for a group of people, for a family, for a household. So always human wants are increasing and increasing. When one wants is fulfilled, then an individual try to fulfill his and another want, and so on. His wants are increasing and increasing. So we say that human wants are unlimited and resources are limited, because our income at micro level and also at macro level, both, our income is limited. So man has to choose. So man or an individual, one man or an government, in the case of macro level of economy, man or government has to choose which wants are more desirable and which are less. So you have to choose that either food is more important, other clothing is more important, either house is more important, either transport is more important, or education. So you have to choose that how much to spend on food, how much to spend on clothing, how much to spend on education. So preferences are always exist here. So you can choose. This is the second concept of choice. Choice means that you choose to spend on the different goods and items, goods on services. There are some goods and there are some services. In the last lecture we studied that there are some goods and there are some services in the economy always exist. So so an individual choose between them how to spend on food, how much to spend on clothing, how much to spend on house, and how much to spend on education. There is the case is that in our economy, microeconomy and individual, and at macro level of economy, government has to choose how much to spend on education, on schools, or like government colleges or government universities, or how much to spend on hospitals, that is what health, and how much to spend on transport facilities. So government also face the problem of scarcity and choice. So this is the case in our economy, and now we go to the types of resources. How much types of resources we have? That is what we say that our resources are scarce, our resources are limited. What type of resources we have in our economy? What type of resources? At individual level or at micro level and macro level. So we have these type of resources in our economy. So the first is the natural resources. These are the types of resources, and the first type is the natural resources. And our natural resources is like land, water, air, mineral, where the production process exists, where the production process is going on. It might be land, it might be water. In the case of fishing, our natural resource will be water. In the case of some space science technology, or some oxygen obtaining industries, for nitrogen obtaining and factories. So air is more important, and air is the natural resource, and that is what minerals, some types of minerals like salt and other gypsum and so on. Minerals are also natural resources for the production process. These are also the part of our production process. So land is very important factor and is an important resource. That is what contribute in our production process. And the second is human resource. There are in an economy there are a lot of number of people, some of the skilled people and some of unskilled people. And skilled people always can work in jobs or in businesses and different parts of our economy in the market. So skilled workers are always preferred than unskilled labor. So human resource also contribute to the production process. And the third is the capital resources. Capital resources are machines, equipment, and buildings. That's what our capital resource, that is the most important part in that machines. Machines are that goods that can produce other goods. Machines are that goods that can produce other goods. And equipment or building are also our capital resources that can support the production process, equipment and building also. So capital resources are also contribute in the production process. And the entrepreneurial resources. Entrepreneurial, or we also say that organizational resources. Organizational resources, we can also say that. So some of the individuals or group of individuals, just like a company or partnership business. Individuals are just like a sole tradership business, and the group of individuals like company and partnership. So these are the people or individual or group of individuals that manage the above three resources. these 1, 2 and 3. These are the people who manage 1, 2 and 3, who decide that. These are the individuals who decide that how much natural resources we need to produce something, how much we need the human resources to produce something, and how much we need capital resources to produce something, to produce some commodity or produce some services or to provide some services. So these are the types of resources that are important in a microeconomy, and also these basically these resources are also used in macroeconomy, and we learn in the next lectures. Okay, thank you very much. Keep watching Economic Stability Forum. Thank you very much.